What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's go. How y'all doing again? We're back. We are back, back. I'm about to show you guys in Photoshop how to use and utilize and get the best potentials out of our t-shirt template. Okay, so I'm going to jump into Photoshop, and you can follow this video step by step and see how you can revamp it, not revamp it, but design something in your own. You know, it don't necessarily have to be the type of template that you get. I'm going to show you how we're going to switch the whole design from a rest in peace template to I think we're going to do one for the podcast. So I wanted to do this podcast design for my all over podcast shirt. So I think that's the wave. That's the direction we're going to go. So I'm just going to share the video real quick to a few places. You can do the same. I would appreciate that. So let's do that. And if you're home, you're chilling in front of the computer, you can break Photoshop open and we can do this together. How y'all guys doing? Happy Monday, first of all. Happy Cyber Monday. You know, I know I was on here earlier talking about some deals and stuff, but right now I'm going to show y'all how you can use something that I think is of good value is the design template, the all over design template. They come out. So let's go ahead. Like I said, I'm gonna take y'all into Photoshop and show you basically if you have already downloaded the template, this is how it's gonna come to you. So I'm just going to flip over here. So this should be my Photoshop screen that you're seeing. Okay. And let me know in the comments if you're seeing the screen, what it looks like. Okay. I see that you're seeing the screen. All right, so let's go again. If you see that you're seeing the screen, okay, let's mute that. Again, that if you downloaded the template or if you purchased the template, this is what you get. You get a whole bunch of layers here, and let's say one of them is one of these, this type template. This is like a landscape into like, it's a rest in peace setup, but this template, I'm going to show you how you can use the same layers here, follow those steps, and build into something different. Okay. So first thing here, I'm going to show you on the right side here, this is my layers panel. If you don't know how to get to the layers panel here, if it's not here, you'll come up here to Windows, okay, and then come down to layers, and that panel is F7 for short. So you'll be able to come over here so you can see your layers panel here. I can move my layers panel if I wanted to. So I'm able to see more. I will stretch it out. You know, I can also expand it by just hovering down here, making it a little bit bigger, bring it up here so I can see more of it, you know. And basically the way the design aspects is set up over here, we're going down in layers. It says version 2 because there's a few others that I had in this setup here when I designed it. So I got my background, And once you right click on this area here, you'll see the two background elements. Okay, so when you're building this thing, it basically is like the background elements that you're building off, and then you can add your colors depending on which direction you want to go. That's how it's set up at. And then I have a folder over here for models. Let's say if you were bringing like this model in here to show you how you can set up a person on the shirt. So that's something like that. So he says this is set up in the smart object. And if you don't know much about smart objects, I do have the Photoshop course on here where I broke all of that down. But over here, you have the model where you can insert your person and then, or a logo, whatever the case is. And then over here, I got an elements folder. So I got a bunch of elements in here that you can use for anything. I got a car in here, and because I'm not using that one, so I turned it off. And I got a whole bunch of other things here that you can see and use for yourself. All right. So then the next thing I have another one up here. I got a lot of elements in here, and I appreciate everybody that has been buying and purchasing these templates. But this is how you're gonna set. I got some clouds in here. So this is like the element folder. So you can bring in your own elements in here, leave it in there, and then as you save, you can have a folder of elements, whatever you want to do. Then there's some filters here that you can turn off, or you can turn it on depending on what color waves you want. You can also adjust the color waves and all that, the saturations, the levels in here, which I've already done. So I won't really mess with it too much unless you know what you're doing. Trying to see what the screen looks like. Okay. Okay, so we'll jump back over into Photoshop. All right, so now let's say I'm gonna do a whole new design here. Like I said, this is how, and then I can turn this off, and this is the actual design. And then right on top of that is the t-shirt layer where you're able to see what it would look like printed at a large size t-shirt. Right, but this ultimately is the actual design here. And so I'm going to bring in some elements that I've already saved previously before coming on here that I'm going to use to rebuild another design. Okay, so the concept that I have is basically to design like some music notes background, and then bring in my podcast logo, the Entrepreneur Social logo, into it, and try to build like an all over design for a shirt that I want to print. And yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to do here, using the actual template that is on the website for 35% off. And links is down in the description. So if you catch that link, you can catch this template and be able to follow along and rebuild something of your own. All right, so the first time I'm coming to my background layer, background folders here, right? I'm going to turn off this background that comes on there, and I'm gonna turn off a few things that I won't be needing here. So I got the background here. I'm gonna start with just a pure black background. And so I'm gonna turn off some of these things. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave those on just so you can see how we're building off of it. I'm gonna come down here to my background layer, and the first thing I'm gonna just create a blank black layer, and Turn that off. I have to turn some of these off because it's gonna throw you off. Okay, so first thing, let me bring in some of my elements here and drop them in. I'm gonna go to File, Place Embedded. I'm gonna open up on my computer. I have a folder that I've set up for my images. Okay. I'm gonna feel like we'll probably use this one. Okay, I'm gonna just drop them in for now, and then we'll do the resetting up of everything in a little bit. So I'm just leave that one there. I'm gonna also drop a few more and play with some ideas here. So that was that one. I also wanted this one. Let's see what we would get. Okay, let me drop in a few more. And we just build as we go and then delete what we don't need, you know. But I already have a concept in my head. That's how you actually take it. If a customer was reaching out to you and they need you to do something like this, you gotta have a concept before you're going onto the computer. Most people use pen and paper to come up with their thing. You can search the web, get inspiration. However, you're getting that inspiration, you need to take a step and learn before you come on in and start doing these or putting your vision off of paper now into fruition. So right now I'm just placing these. It's gonna get a little confusing, but we'll replace all of these things in a little bit. Okay, I think that's about it. I'll bring in some other things in a little bit in some time. So I'm gonna turn this on just because, and then like where I'm gonna turn this layer off and this layer off as well. Okay, and then so let's see, what are we gonna do here? I'm gonna turn some text. I'm turning the text layers off right now. We don't really want probably not even gonna use no text there. So I have my elements here. I'm gonna do some placements here and see what we get. First thing, what I'm seeing here. Okay. So super quick, I'm gonna just grab this guy. I'm gonna just place this. Yeah, I wish I could have some music in the background because you know sometimes not Photoshop, but Facebook be acting goofy with the music. So I don't know at what when I do these lives, I don't know how Facebook feeling, so that's why I won't have no background noise. So if you see me stop talking, I'm here. I'm just focused on what I'm doing here, but I'm still in the background. I'm here, y'all. Okay. Okay, so basically what I just did, I just created a background layer, which is just black, and got rid of the one we had previously. And I'm gonna turn off these clouds because I don't really need any clouds here for right now. And then also gonna turn off some of these flares. I like that one. I just don't like this one. I think it's this one here that's just smack right there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off that flare. Okay. And I like these two here on the sleeves like that. I might come back and change that. And these music notes, I want to use them, but I feel like it's not in the same colorway, so we'll probably have to add an overlay on one of these. But I was trying to get these to be, let's just say I put this, turn off more of these flares. Okay, now I'll take this one. I'm going to bring it back here. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Again, template is down below if you need this. All right, so what was I gonna do? I need to turn this t-shirt off and just build off of this for now. So because these are like are smart objects, I'm able to, they come in as a PNG, but I'm also able to mess with it in a way that it's not damaging the resolution of the image. Besides the fact my design file here is being designed at a 72 to print. Actually, I'm designing it at 300 resolution, so the print is the highest print quality or the minimum highest print quality resolution you should be on when you're doing this. So when you print it out, you get it at the best like quality, as best as it can be. I wanted to use this one, but right now this one is not making too much sense. So I'm going to turn this one off. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate this one. Come here, I'm going to duplicate this layer with just Control J. And then I'm going to take the one there. So I just duplicated that and then I flipped it in a way that I would get something like this. Okay, so if I put this up, this is what we're getting. But I need more of, I feel like I need more on this side. So I'm gonna need more of this part. So what I'm going to do here, because when I print this, I want more of the music notes. So because I need more of the music notes on like the side areas here, I'm basically gonna duplicate this and bring it in and try to move it around and see what we get. So I'm gonna go back out here. I'm gonna take this layer. Yeah, I'm gonna take this layer here and I'm gonna duplicate it one time. Move it here. Right about there. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So I have to mask off some of those. So this is basically what we're getting right now. I don't know about the top now. I feel like this top element now does not flow with me. So I'm gonna turn that off for now. See what we get. What more can we get? Turning it on, turning it off. Let me know what you think. Should I build off of it this way or build off of it without the top element piece? Because now I'm seeing something different here. Let me know. Good morning to everybody. MC said, what's the link to buy the template? Ooh, the link is in the description, but it could be purchased right here. Okay, let's jump back in. So I just dropped the link in the comments if you can see it there. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go off of this for now, or maybe that top element just needs to be replaced somewhere else. And so I'm gonna leave it off. And then I'm also gonna come back over here to my glitter element. And I want to do more glitter. Maybe like add more glitter on like the bottom parts there. So I'm just gonna duplicate my glitter layer one more time, Control J, and then I'm gonna try to transform it by placing it somewhere else. Like we'll put some glitter down here. Okay. So we got something like that. All right. So then next, I'm gonna bring in my middle element, which will be my foreground. My foreground, I'm gonna drop it in here, and that's going to be this logo. So I'm gonna drop that in. Okay. So I'm just rotating this. Glitter's left side. I need this glitter. I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. I'm just here. Here. I'm here in the background. Okay. Something what I should only do here is dope just as is, but there's a few things we can do. Feel like even in this black background area, there's a few more things that there's some things here needs to come here. It's too like wide open. So this blank space needs to be filled in a little bit. I could throw in another cloud there, but no, I don't feel like that is gonna do it for what we have going on here. Okay. I'm gonna try some things here with the color layer, right? Over these notes, I'm going to attempt, where are they? I'm gonna group them a little bit first, put them together. Okay, they're all here. Let's play with some blending options here. Okay, so let's see what we can do. No, no way. No. That wasn't it. That was not it. This is real live, y'all. Real live and direct. Live and direct over here. So what I'm looking to do, I want to play with the color overlay. So I'm going to add a color overlay down here. And see, I'm talking about, like, I want it to be more of just a single color. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I hear? That's supposed to be orange. That or that. Too many colors there for me. So I'm more leaning on this side. So there's a lot that can go into this. You know, sometimes you just don't know what direction you want to go. But I'm seeing a few things here. That's gonna get masked out. I'm trying to see where this will fit nicely. Some of that. No, I don't want any of that up there. But I want something here. I want some of that here. But we'll just mask off what we don't really need. But I want something filled in here. And it will also go behind. Yeah, it'll get masked out from right here. Okay, so I'll put that there. I'm gonna create a copy of it. And then on this copy, I'm gonna turn off the original. I'm gonna keep the copy. And then I'm gonna create a layer mask over here. I'm gonna grab me a brush, soft brush. Let's turn that brush down. It's a little too big. Turn it down a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna just mask off. Do something different. Yeah, I think I've switched it all up. This is what we're going with. Right here is what we're going with. I'm gonna put that on multiple. Let's see what we get. It's a little too dark on multiple. So put it on overlay. Overlay is also a little too dark. So if I do screen, the screen needs something different with it. Hmm. Just copy layer styles. Basically, just like me copying one thing from a one layer and pasting it onto the next. So it just I don't have to do it twice. It just flips over to the next one. And I'm also gonna use that color lay on those. Where are they? On these notes. If I can find the layer to the notes. So yeah, so on these notes, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Yeah, we might print this. I might mess around and print this today. It said I just bought. My bad, yeah, I forgot the questions now. So I just bought the Sawgrass printer, but I'm having a time with making the print dark when it comes out the printer. Do you have a tutorial on that? I don't mess with the Sawgrass because I don't own it. So nothing that I do, like I just never mess with the Sawgrass. I do all my stuff on Epson. So as far as like getting your color darker, it might just be like a color profile that you have to adjust or you have to use. Try using different color profiles that's in there. I would recommend, but I'm not familiar with that software or that system at all. Let's save this here. I'm gonna save it to the cloud. We're gonna call it. We're gonna call it So if I save it to the cloud, I'll be able to access it anywhere. Well, the computer's making that heavy sound. Yep. So I'm gonna send this over to the printer too when I'm done. I'm gonna print it and see how what we get. Okay. Here you are. All right, so that's I'm about to actually stop there, but that's basically what you can do with the template. I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna actually send this over to my printer and print it, of which I'll show y'all either the live process or the after math. So just know you'll see this image somewhere on the internet. All right. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for support. And until next time, I'm out.